Hello and welcome to the New Music Buzz. I'm your host, Kira Lynn. In this episode, we talk to singer-songwriter Adia Victoria. Then we'll chat with Grammy Award-winning producer Oak. And then we have a brand new product in our tech segment. And to top it all off, we'll recap the Wonderfruit Festival in Thailand. So let's get this train moving. Roll that intro. In our backstage segment, Chanel met up with Nashville soul artist Adia Victoria, whose moody grooves have critics and fans taking notice. Let's take a look.
Hey everybody, I'm Chanel Herlin for the New Music Buzz, and right now I'm in Echo Park at the Echo with singer and songwriter Adia Victoria. So welcome, thank you for joining us on the New Music Buzz.
Thank you for having me.
So firstly, just tell us a little bit about yourself and our viewers and where your passion for music came from.
I started singing in church. I went to a Christian school. When I was 5, I sang solo in the choir, and from then I just fell in love with being on a stage. I started playing guitar when I was 21. I taught myself guitar after getting into the blues, and I just started writing songs, and it just took off, and here I am.
Well, speaking of the blues, you kind of describe your style as dark blues. Tell us a little bit more about that.
I wanted to tell my own my life story in an honest way, and I felt that the blues was a good platform for me to express what I felt was my true self. And I sat down and I learned at the feet of people that came before me, like Skip James and Robert Johnson and Victoria Spivey, and they inspired me and encouraged me to tell my story.
Amazing. Well, we're here at the Echo tonight, you're performing, so tell me a little bit, how's the tour been going for you?
The tour's been going really well. This is our second time through the West Coast on this album, and it seems like you guys like it. We've moved up a venue size, so there'll be some more people in here tonight, hopefully. And no, it's going pretty well. Eating a lot of tacos. Can't complain.
You've got a really interesting name of your album. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
The name of my album is called Beyond the Bloodhounds, and I got that from a book that I was reading called Incidences in a Life of a Slave Girl by a woman named Harriet Jacobs. And she tells about her survival and her drive to free herself from her master and her children. And she said that the only thing that kept her sane during her life in slavery was getting she and her children beyond her master's bloodhounds. And when I read that, I kind of underlined it, and I was like, that's the name of my album.
So it was a simple but really involved process, actually. Although we think sometimes it's just so easy to think of an album name, but it needs to mean a lot.
That's right. I mean, you have to live with it, and I think that it has to say in a simple phrase everything that you're saying on that album, and that's the hardest part. Like, that was the last thing that I actually came up with, was the title. So yeah.
Now let's move on to something else. You've got a YouTube channel, and I love your little cute animations of How Do You Do? Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit about that, and where did that inspiration come from?
How Do You Do is a series of writings and blog postings and poems that I began in my mid-20s when I moved to Nashville from Atlanta. And I was having to deal with a lot of beliefs that I'd held about myself that had been influenced by society. And it was just an exploration of me challenging these beliefs and using writing as a tool to question myself, which I believe is necessary for anyone, especially an artist. And after I was signed, my label asked me if I would be interested in publishing any of my work, and I explained that I would like to, and they had the idea of linking me up with an artist to give a visual component to my writing. And I worked with a very talented young man at my label named Andrew Ralph, and I went up to New York and I read the poems and I read the stories, and he drew.
Amazing. So you have a really amazing single at the moment. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
My current single is called Horrible Weather. It's a song that I wrote about a difficult friendship that I had, very close friendship, where it felt like the only thing that we had in such uncertain times was each other. Like, you know, at least as bad as everything is, like, you're here with me and it sucks for you too. But the video, I kind of wanted to expand upon that idea and kind of reference what's going on in Nashville right now with a lot of the gentrification and displacement of communities of color due to housing prices rising and an influx of people moving to our city and displacing longtime residences. And so I wanted to maybe draw a parallel of myself being out in the world and feeling kind of displaced and feeling lost sometimes as a young woman and a young woman of color. And I wanted to juxtapose that with the strength that I find in my family and the feeling of rootedness that I get from my family. And they all live in Nashville, and that's explored as well towards the end when I come home to my family sitting on my mom's front porch.
Amazing. Sure. There's so much meaning and depth in that song. What is your writing process like?
It varies. It depends on where I'm at emotionally and mentally. Sometimes a song will just come to me when I'm walking down the street or waiting for the bus, or sometimes I'll pick up the guitar and I'll find something that's interesting and I'll go from there. But it's never that I sit down and say, write this kind of song. I never do that. I kind of have to lower my walls and my guard against myself and kind of silence my inner editor that's always like, oh, that's terrible. Just let me work through this.
Yeah, creatives, we can be so hard on ourselves, and it's really important to see that, yes, I'm doing well, I'm doing good, and I got this.
That's right.
Well, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it, and all the best for tonight. Thank you. It's going to be amazing. So guys, be sure to check out Adia Victoria on all social media platforms, as well as us at The New Music Buzz. I'm Chanel Herlin.
I'm Adia Victoria.
And you have just been buzzed.
Ties me together to you. Who says there ain't room for two? You can join me in my tornado. You put your hand in mine, we'll be just fine while it blows, baby, it blows. And when the wind sets us down, our feet on the ground, there's a rainbow.
We'll get back to Kira with more New Music Buzz, but first, let's watch some videos that dropped this week.
I talk with a mouthful, but I couldn't be sweeter. Yup, I'm a cutie in my own way. I won't play, follow the leaders. And I don't look like them, but I ain't worried about it. I don't talk like them, I ain't worried about it. I know I'm a gem, I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it, cause I'm a lady.
Well, those great whites, they have big teeth. Oh, they bite you. That you said that you would always be in love, but you're not in love no more. Did it frighten you how we kissed when we danced on the light of floor? on the light of floor. But I hear sounds in my mind, brand new sounds in my mind. But honey, I'll be seeing you.
I'll rent a beach house in Miami. Wake up with no jammies. Lobster tail for dinner. Julio served that scampi. You got it if you want it. Got it if you want it. Said you got it if you want it. Take my wallet if you want it now. Jump in the Cadillac. Girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby. You deserve it all.
Wonderfruit is an annual celebration of art, music, and life where fun and social responsibility go hand in hand. A few days ago, this colorful festival took place in Thailand, and we are going to take you on a visual recap of what took place. Then I'll be back with our tech feature segment that will make you want to dust off your parents' record collection.
Need fast cash? Go to cityloan.com or call 877-553-9071 to borrow $3,000 or more with the equity in your payoff vehicle. Your car is your credit. With City Loan, over 99% of City Loan customers are in good standing every month. So call 877-553-9071 now, and if you sign up for a loan, you're gonna receive a free gift card. Don't forget to mention promo code TVAD to receive your gift card, and also don't forget to follow City Loan and Facebook at City Loan Community, and follow us on Twitter at City Loan. Now back to the New Music Buzz.
Vinyl records have made a comeback in recent years, with artists releasing limited editions and other artists re-releasing earlier projects on wax. You can get vinyl at mom and pop shops, eBay, Amazon, and the world's largest vinyl record retailer, Urban Outfitters. In our tech feature, let me introduce to you the Rock and Rolla Portable Briefcase Turntable XL. You can play your vinyl records on the turntable, and there's a hidden CD player inside. Let's check it out. The Rock and Rolla Portable Entertainment System features a 3-speed record player, belt drive mechanism, automatic stop, hidden CD player, Bluetooth connectivity, USB and SD playback recording, built-in stereo speakers, RCA audio output, and an AC power adapter. You can get the Rock and Rolla for $149 at Amazon or any other online retailer. This is Kira Lynn, and you've just been buzzed.
Ever since I started living out of a suitcase, I've been on a search for best boombox, the best way to travel, and over the years, I've tried everyone. You know, most of the boomboxes, you know, they got the lights and all that stuff, which is fine, but all I want is something that sounds great and is roadable. And this new generation that you guys are have brought out, it hits on all cylinders, I have to say. I mean, it's probably the best sounding for classic rock. I mean, the ones that I'll actually put my name on are they'll have a few little tweaks here and there, but in general, I mean, there are no knobs to break. It's like, I mean, I was playing one that was, I don't even know if it was on the market yet, but you had given it to me, and I've been using it for the last year. And the bass was so solid, the sound, it bounced itself off the table and hit the floor, and it didn't skip a beat. It's taken the place of equipment that's 2 or 3 times its size, you know, with no giving up on the sound, you know. I mean, one of them's great, but I've gotten 2 of them going, and it's like, forget about it.
The last few years have been exciting for producer Oak Felder, working with artists such as breakout star Alicia Cara, Alicia Keys, Rihanna, Usher, Kelly Clarkson, Tori Kelly. This list goes on and on. We caught up with Oak, who took the time out of his busy schedule to talk to us about his body of work and his current projects. Let's check out Oak Felder.
Hey, my name is Oak Felder, and you're watching Studio Sessions. The first song that I did, well, there's 2 answers to that question, honestly. One of them was a record that I did on a guy named Sterling Sims called Jump Off. And that was the song that got me noticed within the industry. You know, it was a song that I did on a whim, just doing a demo for a friend in Atlanta. And he happened to take that song up to New York and played it for L.A. Reid. And, you know, the rest is history. But then not too long after that, I did a song for Chris Brown called Ain't No Way, which was my first official release. It was track 8 on his first album. And man, after that record came out, it was, oh my God, who's this guy, Oak? And I just started getting phone calls, and phone calls haven't stopped since then. That was 2005, so yeah. I had no intention of being in the music industry at all. And I moved to the United States from Istanbul, Turkey, back in 2001, and that was to go to school. And I went to Georgia Tech in Atlanta, Georgia, and I was a pretty realistic dude. Like, I knew what the chances were getting in the music industry. So for me, it was really more about, if I wanted to do something in music, it had to be to cater to the other people that were trying to get into the music industry. So in other words, instead of trying to win the lottery, I was trying to sell everybody a lottery ticket. And so through the course of doing that, I met Sterling Sims, who to this day is still one of my best friends. And he convinced me to do like a whole demo for him. And I did the project, and it was one of the most amazing times I've ever had working on anything from a musical standpoint. And man, he took that demo and he flew up to New York City and started playing it for a whole bunch of people. And you know, I found that a lot of people got interested in what I was able to do just through the stuff that he did. He ended up getting signed to Def Jam as a result of that. My oldest brother is one of the most amazing musicians that I've ever seen. He's an incredible musician. I complain about him being awesome a lot because I'm super jealous. And so growing up around him, I kind of was forced to have some sort of musical capability because, he's the older brother, I'm the younger brother. It's like you don't get respect otherwise. And so I learned how to play pianos. I was self-taught, learned how to play pianos, and just followed him around to like different gigs and live performances and stuff, and found that I had an affinity to the more electronic aspect of, or rather the more technical aspect of music creation. So, you know, I did things like get the old Atari systems with the Cubasis and all that good stuff, you know, just dinosaur stuff now, obviously not. But when I was a kid, I had all that stuff in my room. And so I tried to apply my love of computers and being technical to my love of music. And that's sort of what started my interest in it. And then, I don't know, I just got proficient at it. I got really good at it. I mean, it wasn't something I seriously considered, but it was like an amazing hobby that I couldn't let go of. And so I guess I'm lucky to be able to say that, you know, I make a living doing what essentially is my hobby. Over the last couple of years, we've had the opportunity to work with this artist named Adia, and she's like one of the realest, sweetest, most amazingly talented individuals that I've ever had the pleasure of working with. She I think she had like this capability to make everybody love her. She's like everybody's little sister. And so my challenge as a producer was to take that and try to transfer it to her music. And I think we've been fairly successful at doing that because you know, here we are a year and a half later with 2 #1 records, and you know, it feels good. It feels good to have done that with and for an artist. Absolutely. We did a song called "How Far I'll Go." It was written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, and produced by myself and another producer that's on the company Downtown, Trevor Brown. And Alessia was the one who actually sang the record, and she did an amazing job. And I'm particularly proud of it because, you know, I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, and so it's pretty amazing to hear them sing the songs that I had a lot to do with, and amazing to hear them watch like the end credit song. And it's really satisfying as a father. So, oh man, they don't care. They don't care, and they won't. They'll be 16 and 17 years old, and they'll see plaques on the wall, and it won't even faze them. I grew up listening to rock, to be honest with you. I grew up listening to alternative music. I grew up listening to electronic music. And when I moved to the States, I started to get more and more into like urban music and R&B and stuff like that. So to be honest with you, I feel like my musical tastes have been very varied as a result of that. And so my preference from a production standpoint has been the same. So I pride myself on the ability to, in 1 year, release a record on Nicki Minaj and then also release a record on Kelly Clarkson, which is something that I've actually done. So there isn't one thing from a style point of view that draws me in. The only prerequisite I really have for working on music, man, is that it's just got to be good. It's just got to be good music. My Instagram is Okestra, Oakestra, on Instagram. And then my Twitter is Oakwood. It's spelled Oakwud. My name is Oak, and you've just been buzzed.
We'll be back with more buzz after these messages.
After a few years of working in the entertainment industry in Cape Town, South Africa, I decided it was time to make my dreams a reality and move to Hollywood. It was the scariest thing I have ever done. After a few months of trying to find my place in this new environment, hundreds of miles away from home, I am finally in my element. Working as a TV host, I get to interview the coolest people, be on the red carpet, and get to attend amazing events. Don't ever let go of your dreams.
That's our show. Special thanks to Oak, Adia, Victoria, The Echo, and Chanel. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, tweet us at Twitter, and double tap us on Instagram, all at The New Music Buzz. My name is Carolyn. Peace out, guys.
The New Music Buzz is brought to you by Monster Products, pure Monster quality with Monster sound, Rock and Roller Suitcase turntables, Vinyl's new best friend, and City Loan. Get cash for your car today. For more music entertainment news, go to www.thenewmusicbuzz.com.
Peace out.